What is good, everyone? So in today's video, I'll be going over how to make $100,000 a month selling trading courses and mentorships and the entire roadmap to it and what you need to do step by step. Now, there's phases to this, right? There's around 3 phases to get to $100,000 a month because at each phase, you'll run into problems and then you'll have obstacles you need to overcome and fix in order to get to the next level. We'll be breaking down literally everything. So how to go from zero if you're currently not having a trading brand or having a trading business to making over 6 figures, or if you're already at, 5K a month, or if you're already at 10K a month, 20K a month, whatever it might be, this is exactly how to get to 6 figures a month, right? So phase number 1 is 0 to 10K a month. This is the foundation building. Second phase is 10K to 30K a month, which is systemizing. And third phase is 30K to 100K a month, which is building out your sales team and actually creating leverage within your team, right? So everything is about creating a team right here. Everything is about doing it yourself right here, and then systemizing in phase 2. Now, the first phase, let's break it down. 0 to 10K a month. This is the foundation phase, right? So trading content, obviously trading content is the most important thing, because if you're not posting trading content, how do you expect people to buy your trading program where you don't even post content so that people can see your trading program? If no one knows that your program exists, no one can buy it. So what you do with trading content is you post 1 to 2 YouTube videos per week, quality-based YouTube videos where you focus on the hook, retention, and also reward, where you focus on getting them hooked within the first 5 to 10 seconds on YouTube and then keeping them retained throughout the entire YouTube video, and then giving them a reward at the end, such as a CTA to a freebie where you collect their email, or CTA to, a landing page or book a call, whatever it might be. So hook, retention, reward. Second thing is you focus on Instagram Reels 1 to 3 times a day, more quantity based though. You also have a free trading Discord community, and you just need to start posting trading content here. Like, just don't overthink it. Don't think you have to have the craziest content ecosystem. You have to have crazy story sequences on Instagram. You don't need that. You really don't. You just need to post trading content and get your foot off the ground. Then later on, you can always improve. So just think less at this point. Just start doing more and acting more. Now, the trading offer that you'll be selling at this point and what's easiest to scale is 110% a one-on-one mentorship at price point of $3,000 to $5,000 for 4 months of duration. Now, you only need 5 to 10 students to get to that, 10K, 20K mark, because let's say you sell a trading program for $5,000, your average order value is $3,000, let's say, or let's just say $2,500. You just need 4 people to get to $10,000 a month. That's it. You need to close 1 guy a week to get to 10K a month. Super easy, right? Now, what you do with sales is a simple funnel. You don't need a strategic 5-step funnel where you go in depth. You have a pre-sale assets, you have application VSL. You don't need all of that. You just need to get the ground off the floor here, right? So a simple funnel where you have your IG content, which leads to DMs on Instagram, which leads to you booking them in for a call and you closing them. That's literally it. You also have a simple funnel on YouTube. So a YouTube content goes to a book a call funnel and VSL, which goes to a book a call, obviously. Call gets taken, you close them. Super simple here. You just take all the calls. You don't need a sales team. You don't need a sales manager. You don't need a rep. You don't need a setter. You don't need anyone at all to get to $10,000 to even $30,000 a month, which we'll be breaking down in just a second. You don't need a sales team. I see so many people getting on a sales team at like 10K a month, but it's like, if you're making 10K a month with a closer, that closer is going to make $1,000 a month. First of all, he's not going to get appointments or have enough appointments to actually, do something for 8 hours a day. Second of all, he won't make enough money to actually live. All right. He won't be on your offer. He'll just jump off and, join someone else that has more volume than you. So at 0 to 10K a month, what you need to do and focus on is content, having a trading offer, and learning sales yourself. That's literally it. Just learn to qualify them, learn to pitch, learn to go over the discovery phase, learn how sales foundations work, how sales psychology, how pre-handling objections, how objection handling works. Just learn sales yourself, right? Learn the content, make a trading offer, learn sales yourself, and then aim at a close rate of around 25 to 35%, right? That's literally it. Super simple. Nothing overcomplicated, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. You just need to get the foot off the ground. You can always improve for later on and get more in depth with things. Now, operation side of things, again, simple book a call funnel and a VSL, simple post booking funnel and a VSL, simple funnels, simple sales tracking sheets. Just keep it simple here. Just no need for any fancy tools or whatever, right? Very, very simple. Now, the timeline to get to $10,000 a month, if you are just starting out, is typically around 1 to 3 months. We've done it and helped trading client go from 0 to 10K a month, actually like 13K a month, I think, in like 1 month. We've also helped traders go from 0 to 30K a month in 3 months. But I would say in that range of 1 to 3 months, it's realistic to get to 10K a month selling trading courses and mentorships. Super, super simple if you have the right foundations. You learn sales, you learn trading content, you have a content ecosystem, just a very simple one, and you learn some backend systems and operations. Super simple. What you need to do, as we went over earlier, is just have 3 to 4 students on a month. Right? Super simple. You close around 33, 35, 30% of them, right? You get on 3 to 4 people. They pay you on average $2.5 to $3,000. That's literally $10,000 a month just there. Super simple. We've done this for countless of trading clients. Like it's very, very easy to get to 10K a month. You should be able to do this within 30 to 90 days. And if not, and if you've already spent more than 90 days, there's clearly something wrong, right? Now that leads us to the second phase, which is, it gets a little bit more in depth here. And then in the third phase, it gets pretty complex. And then we can move on to like another video for another day is above 6 figures, because we get very in depth there. Now, the systems phase, right? So content pretty much stays the same. You post 2 YouTube videos per week, quantity-based, focus on hook, retention, reward, creating viral trading content. You post 2 to 3 Instagram reels a day, but now you start batch recording. Now you start systemizing everything. You start having a content calendar. You start having a content ecosystem. You start knowing which days to post story sequences. You start knowing which days your audience is most actively on Instagram, which time starts their most, like everything becomes a little bit more advanced and in-depth to just maximize and squeeze a little bit more out of it. Now the offer stays the same. It's just a one-on-one. You might raise prices here, but a one-on-one price at $4,000 to $6,000, you can easily hit $30,000 a month with a one-on-one without getting burned out completely. Now on your offer, you also add a downsell now. So a downsell is a course only for $500, $750, $1,000, just something where you don't have to fulfill for them whatsoever. Right? You just downsell them. Obviously, you pitch the high ticket one-on-one as the main offer on the sales call. But if they can't afford that, empty prospect financially can't, jump on that, then you have a downsell that sounds like a no-brainer, and you squeeze out just a little bit more revenue per trading client, alongside getting them pretty good results within a course only or community only as a downsell offer. Now, sales part, where you upgrade your sales funnel. Right now, you actually have a lead magnet, so a free trading PDF for email captures. You have email nurture sequences, so 10, 20, 30 emails, just warming them up, just nurturing them over time. You also have a book a call VSL here to get them to book a call. You have a post-booking VSL, and you have a disqualify and qualify sequence that filters out retards, all right? Filters out, third world countries and just stuff you don't have to manually do anymore now, right? So let's say before you got, sales calls booked with Indians or third world countries or whatever. Now you actually have systems in place. That's also why it's called the systems phase, so that you don't have to manually deal with that. You don't have to manually waste time with that. Same thing with batch recording, content calendar, content ecosystem. You just systemize everything alongside the offer as well. You add on a few tweaks, you add on a downsell and maybe even an upsell, but we'll get into this in just a second. You just make everything easier and more scalable, right? You also implement pre-call assets and reminders and appointment reminders, SMS, WhatsApp, email. You aim for a 80% show rate and a close rate of 35% plus, because at this point you should have taken some sales calls yourself. You should have gotten better at closing. So it's very easy to get to 35% close rate with it. Now, operation-wise, you just need a lead magnet, some automations, full funnel with landing pages, VSL, email automations and email sequences, CRM to track the leads, disqualify and qualify automation, pre-call assets, and also payment plans and downsells, offers, and structure. Now, the timeline to hit $30,000 a month starting from 0 is 3 to 4 months. Very simple. We've done this for countless of trading clients as well. I can name a few in my head. You've probably seen some YouTube videos about it. But all you need to do is get 10 to 12 new students on a month. So before, you only needed to get once a week kind of thing. Now you need to get 2 to 3 people a week, right? Now, revenue as well, obviously, we then triple the revenue from 10K to 30K a month, because let's say the average order value is still $3,000. Ideally, it's going to be a little bit more because you raise your prices with a one-on-one mentorship, but it's going to be in between that 3 to 3.5. Let's just round down, $3,000 AOV. You get 10 people on, that's $30,000 a month. Super simple, but at this point as well, you don't need a sales team. You can take your sales calls yourself. You have enough time. You still need to learn sales, because if you don't learn sales and operations yourself, how do you expect to outsource it? You just can't. You need to learn it yourself. You need to go through it yourself before you can, teach others and hire others and train them up and manage them and so on and so forth. So you just take the sales calls yourself here. You disqualify and qualify a lot of people, and that obviously does that automatically with the systems and the operation side of things. And you just take sales calls, close them, and then get them on. Now, one-on-one mentorship and doing everything yourself is not really applicable after $30,000 a month. That's where you need to get a team and actually create leverage, right? So that leads us to the third phase, which is the 30K to 100K a month, which is the sales team phase and also building leverage. So instead of, you doing everything yourself, instead of you, taking sales calls, you doing, the like everything in the business, you actually now outsource because you are the bottleneck here, right? You need to fire yourself from the operations and the sales, right? So content-wise, doesn't really save anything, like just doesn't really change. Still 1 to 2 YouTube videos per week, still with the content ecosystem, you still batch record them, have a content calendar just like you did in phase 2. But here you actually hire video editors, thumbnail designers, short form editors, right? Just to save time, because your time is worth a lot here and you need to create leverage so that others can work for you, that are more talented than you, that will do the work faster than you and better than you, so that you can work on the business instead of working inside it and being stuck inside it, right? Now, the offer also changes a bit here. You now have a main offer with group coaching, not one-on-one anymore, because one-on-one is really not scalable above $30,000 a month because you are selling your time for money. Again, we need to build leverage here. So you build a group coaching offer where you have, 10 people in a group call, but your time on that 10 people doesn't change if there's 100 people in there. It's still the same group call. You know what I mean? You are building leverage here. So now you switch from a one-on-one coaching offer to a group coaching offer as the main offer. You still have a downsell. You maybe raise prices a bit. And you have an upsell for a one-on-one mentorship at 7.5K, 15K. I know people that are doing, 25K for one-on-one mentorships, but you now have 3 deliverables within one high ticket offer, right? Now, the sales funnel also changes a bit. So you implement a 5-step sales funnel where you have an application VSL and also a funnel that prospects applies to. Seller can then dial them up. So at this point, you also need a sales team, but we'll get into this in just a second. Your seller from your sales team dials them up within 5 minutes, ideally before and faster than this, right? And then qualifies them, books them in, or downsell them on the dial on the phone, right? So you have a downsell, VSL, and also a funnel for those who disqualified from the application VSL and also from the seller. You have a book a call VSL and funnel for those who also qualified from the application VSL and qualified from the seller. Then you have a post-booking VSL that reduces no-shows and also pre-sells them before the call even takes place. And you have an upsell and upgrade VSL for those inside the downsell to make them upsell to the main offer. So those people that bought the downsell for, let's say, 1K or 1.5K, whatever you price it at, which is a community and course, if they want group coaching, they can upsell. So you also need an upgrade VSL for them. So at this point, you need a 5-step funnel: application, downsell, book a call, post booking, and also an upsell VSL. So everything becomes a little bit more in depth here. Alongside you getting a team, you must have a team in order to scale to 6 figures. Like, it is a must. You can't take sales calls yourself. You just can't. You don't have unlimited time. Imagine you had to take 200 sales calls a month. It just doesn't make sense. That's 200 hours. It's crazy. So you need a sales team. Ideally, at 30K a month, you only need 1 sales rep, so 1 closer. Once you get to 50K a month, you need 1 closer, 1 setter. And then once you get to 50K, 70K, 80K plus, you also need a sales manager. That's the team that's going to get you to 100K a month. Now, if you want to scale above, 6 figures a month, obviously you need a way bigger team. You need probably 2, 3, 4 setters, 2, 3, 4 closers. A sales manager manages all of those people, and it gets quite in depth, but this is not what that video is about. This video is about getting to 100K a month. We can make another video on how to get to $1 million a month, but that's a little bit more in depth. And that probably doesn't really make sense for you at the moment because you are probably in between phase 1 to 3 right now, right? 0 to 100K a month. Now, the operation pretty much stays the same from this right here. You just add on a full data tracking dashboard now. So actually work on the business. You are tracking your business. You know exactly what the bottlenecks are, which funnels are, performing bad, which needs to be fixed. You're tracking your team, you're tracking the close rate, the show rate, you're just tracking everything within your business. So again, you can make high leverage tasks and high leverage, ideas within your business so you can work on it, not being stuck inside it. So again, everything within these 3 phases and within phase 3 is just about building leverage, building the best team, getting the best team, and building the best systems and tracking everything automating everything, and just firing yourself. That's literally it, firing yourself so that you can scale to 6 figures and multiple 6 figures. What you also need is weekly sales meetings. You also need SOPs for every single role within your sales team. And this is realistically a timeline of 4 to 6 plus months from when you're starting. We've scaled traders to 6 figures who have been running a trading business for a year that was stuck at 20K a month for like a year. We've scaled trading businesses and trading brands to 6 figures a month that had been doing it for like 5 months, right? So a timeline of 4 to 6 months is pretty realistic. What you need to do in order to get to 6 figures a month is get on 20 to 25 to 30 students with an average order value of 4K, because 25 students times $4,000 average order value is $100,000 a month. So as you can see, all of these phases have one thing in common. You are selling high ticket. Your average order value is above multiple thousands of dollars because it's not scalable to get to 100K a month plus, to get to 30K a month plus, or to get to 10K a month with a low ticket. It just isn't. And we can break down the KPIs for that as well, right? Now, with a low ticket Discord community, like everyone is selling nowadays, don't know why, it's the worst business model ever. You need 1,000 people, 1,000 members, 1,000 different people that trust you enough to buy from you just to make 100K a month, compared to 25 people. Do you think it's easy to sell 25 people onto your program or 1,000 people? I don't think people can grasp how many people 1,000 people actually is. It's insane, right? Not to mention, with a low tick, you also have churn. So people that are unsubscribing. So around 30% is very healthy for a churn rate. It's actually pretty, low set, but it's going to be a little bit higher probably. But 30%, let's just say, monthly churn, that means you need 300 new members every single month just to sustain 100K a month, right? It's insane. Not to talk about low ticket being low quality students who don't take it seriously because they're low ticket, they put $100 down, they're not committed, they don't really care about you. And why would you ever sell your information that took you years to become profitable for $100? It doesn't make sense, right? There's also no commitment with low ticket students. There's no results, and that leads to no testimonials because these people are not going to put in the work. Hence, they won't get results. Hence, they won't become profitable. Hence, you can't use that in your marketing to get even more people on. However, with the high ticket mentorship, so 3, 4, 5, 10K, 15K, whatever you're charging for your high ticket mentorship, you only need 3 to 4 students to hit 10K a month. Unlike, the 100 people that you needed with low ticket. Or you only need 10 to 12 people to get to 30K a month, not 300 people like low ticket, or only 25 to 30 students to get to 6 figures a month, not like 1,000 people with low ticket. So high ticket always just equals high quality buyers who actually committed and actually gets results and actually put it into the work. Hence, they'll get results. Hence, you can use those testimonials to your advantage. And it's just way easier to scale and actually get client results with this, right? Alongside that, you'll make way more money with it. So if you're running a low ticket right now, you are leaving 10x revenue on the table. I guarantee you that. We've scaled, I can't even name how many people on my hands. Like it's insane that ran a low ticket before that we've scaled, right? To 6 figures or 50K. They were doing 10K before. I've made a lot of videos on that, right? Now, if you want our help to get there, if you want our SOPs on how to build a team, or if you want our systems to get to 30K, or if you want our constant ecosystem or systems to get to 10K, whatever phase you are, we have guaranteed, I'm guaranteeing you this, we have helped a trader just like you. From 0, 10K, 10K to 30K, 30K to 100K, 100K to 300K. We've helped all of them. $300,000 right here from 20K, $70,000 right here from 20K before, $50,000 a month in 2 weeks actually from 10K a month before, 0 to $33,000 a month right here, 2K to 25K right here, 20K to 100K right here, 0 to 20K right here. Like we've helped every single phase scale, right? Now, if you want our help, you can go to the description down below. And if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, go down, check it out. I also have a free course, 10 hours of free value you can watch for free. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.